Hey everyone, it's Dr. O. I want to talk about how I use trypophobia for my relationships now and how I converted this mental illness, seemingly mental illness. They say it's not, but it feels like one, and this massive trigger in myself that makes me so uncomfortable and bring me so much discomfort and so much dis-ease that I decided, once I found the definition of trypophobia, how to use that in relationships. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I can get that in the world, but can I please use that in my relationships from now on, so I can know when people are unsafe to me, circumstances, situations, relationships, partnerships, engagements, jobs, work, business, entrepreneurship, contracts. How can I start using these sensors for those relationships? And let me tell you, it changed my entire life. So, number one, how I use trypophobia in relationships. I don't argue with my intuition. I just don't do it. If it's a duck, it's a duck. I also relinquished benefit of the doubt. It doesn't exist. I don't have any benefit of the doubt. I don't give any benefit of the doubt. I don't even give myself a benefit of the doubt. Matter of fact, I don't even think about benefit of the doubt. The disrespect is the closure. There's nothing else after that. The disrespect is the closure. Real love stops itself. You can be in mid disrespect and correct yourself. You can be in mid anger and do like that. You can be in mid thought, disrespectful thought, gossip, backbiting, dissension, aggravate. You can be in mid that and just be like, I'm good. You can stop yourself. I listen. I just simply listen to people. They tell you exactly who they are or who they're not. Just listen to them. You will know if they're truly confident, if they're fake, if they're real. You can listen to how they treat other people. You can listen to the stories that they tell you. You can check their actions. When you listening requires you to understand actions. We think listening is for like sound and tune, but just like communication is not all verbal, sound isn't either. You can watch a person's actions, which speak louder. You can hear actions just like you can hear words and verbiage. So you just pay attention to people and yourself. Pay attention to yourself. A lot of people are like, what she did. Look at your actions. Are you too eager? I remember there was a man and I just felt so eager to talk to him. I felt so eager to talk to him. And he was a complete and utter demon. And I'm telling you, like, the dude was an utter demon. So then the next sets of dudes, when I felt that eagerness, I did not go towards that. I learned fire is hot, water is wet. With trypophobia, you're going to get some excuse me, you're going to get some physiological changes within yourself. You're going to start to feel and sense something so physiological that you have what we call the cribs, or you feel it in your nervous system so much it feels physical upon you. I was like, God, give me that for bad relationships. Give me that for bad partnerships, bad deals, fraud, scams, stuff that I shouldn't be watching or eating or going towards, or directions or geographical locations or whatever. Give me that feeling right there whenever I'm about to hurt myself with humankind. And God was like, cool, just pay attention to those signals because I'm going to help you out. You're about to get triggers beyond triggers. If you're ready for them, let's go. So let me be very, very clear. I didn't just have trypophobia when it came to circles, okay? If I saw bruised fruit, oh, if I saw an animal that was killed and left on the road, and I know that like they were killed by a car or a person or something like that, OMG. Now listen, if I saw rotten fruit in the trash, it didn't bother me. But to see rotten fruit inside of the grocery store for sale, Walmart, I'm talking to you mainly. OMG, you talk about a physiological change like no other. So if I'm getting these physiological changes about seeing animals that were killed on the road, or seeing bruised fruit inside of the grocery store, or seeing circle patterns or wrongful patterns, or something just out of place. Like even if I saw someone and they had like an extra set of eyelashes, I don't know what that's called. I apologize. I'm not trying to be mean, but I can't. I will not. Seeing white at the corner of people's lips, like stuff that's not supposed to be. The desolation, the abomination that causes desolation standing where it ought not to stand. I can't. So I'm like, God, if you can give me all these changes as it pertains to that, can you do it for relationships, especially love life? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So the triggers are just a little bit different because they're more mandated, and they're like a commandment now. They are on call now. And to do something at will brings forth another type of change within you. It's not going to be this abrupt, disruptive, I don't know, catch me off guard type. It's going to be more like calm, subtle, I don't know, in depth. So it's going to be more engaging, and or like my hands are doing like that because it's more like a pulse rather than a jolt. And so now I just kind of pay attention to the pulse that I have, and not necessarily just my heart rate, but just how I'm changing. And brain heart coherence is a superpower. Dr. Joe Dispenza lays it out beautifully. Neville Goddard was taught by an Ethiopian gentleman, and so he talks about it as well. But brain heart coherence is a superpower while you're on earth. And I think that me conquering my trypophobia had to do with the fact that I really don't have a fear of survival. I just need to get out of survival mode and get into thrive mode. And the more you thrive, the less you try to survive. Therefore, since trypophobia has a base in survival, it has the adherence to survival. I was like, if I can conquer surviving, then I could probably transport myself into thriving. And if I'm thriving, with these things really trigger me that way, I'm probably going to be bothered, but triggered, not so much. Now, mind you, I'm just sharing my story. I'm sharing my prayers. I'm sharing how I was able to overcome trypophobia in a way to convert it and use it to my benefit versus allowing it to just come upon me and trigger me. I now, am able to disarm those triggers in a very unique, passionate way. And I do it because I'm like, hey, let me direct that energy towards something that's going to be beneficial and long term, and something that maybe just maybe others could use some of this information. It won't be the same for them, but it might be a little similar to the fact that you can overpower it without drugs and therapy. And well, I guess this is a form of therapy, but without having to go through the medical professional people. There's a holistic way for you to do it, and maybe it's just simply desiring to get over it. And when I say get over it, I don't mean to dismiss it. I mean to overcome it. And so I hope this helps. These are some things that I'm working on. There is some more parts to this because there's some stuff that I want to display, like some examples. So stay tuned.